Hello and welcome, dear photography friends. My name is Hendrik and today I am talking about the absolutely fantastic Sony GMaster FE 135mm f1.8 lens. This is a really fast telephoto prime lens. Sony loaned this to me. Yeah, I will cut to the chase. I will need to return it. I probably will buy my own. Again, spending more money on Sony kit. It's quite hard. But hey, this is a fantastic lens and I show you why I love it so much. This lens has all the weather sealing you would expect from a pretty expensive GMaster lens. So dust, moisture, water, snow, it hasn't been an issue at all. 4 XD linear motors drive 2 focus groups, which makes this a very silent and fast lens. So autofocus with this lens is pretty spectacular. If you're photographing wildlife or people from a distance, it's not a problem at all. With an aperture of f1.8 you get the most beautiful bokeh ever. I think the Bokeh brothers will be all over this lens if they find out about it. So just don't tell them because they're a much bigger channel than me. So yes, the bokeh on this lens is absolutely fantastic. I really like to shoot wide open portraits or also close-ups with this lens. It's simply fantastically looking, the images that this lens produces. If you're familiar with me and my channel, you know that I'm actually quite much a wide lens type of guy. You probably have seen my Sony GMaster 14mm lens review. If not, then I do recommend that you check it out. So going to a 135mm lens is quite a long journey for me and something new, but it's something I wanted to really try out. Now, while I won't be leaving Team Wide Lens anytime soon, it has been very refreshing to take landscape photos with this 135mm lens. It's really amazing what kind of beautiful layered shots and distance shots you can get with this lens. Not even to mention the obvious benefits of photographing wildlife. For example, when I was in Switzerland in October, I was able to take some very nice shots of birded vultures, and later on in Liechtenstein I also was able to photograph golden eagles, 3 of them with this lens, and it's just absolutely fantastic, especially in combination with the Sony a7R IV with its 61 megapixels, where you can just zoom in and see the bird smiling at you. If you have never used a telephoto lens or anything longer than 70mm, I really do encourage you to go and check out lenses that are in the 100, 200, 135mm range. It's really something spectacular and you can appreciate photography in a new way. I certainly have learned to look at the landscapes in a new way with this lens and have found new ways to photograph things that I have photographed hundreds of times. This being also a very fast lens, I have no doubt that it would work very well for sports photography. With f1.8 you really can get great action shots, and I think when I will buy this lens myself, I will take it out going ski touring and photographing people skiing with it, and I have no doubt that the results will be outstanding. Let's briefly touch on some of the shortcomings of this lens. First of all is the weight. It's 950 grams, which I find quite heavy, especially with the Sony a7R IV. You're looking at 1.5 kilograms, so it's no wonder that I started to feel carrying this camera on a 20-30 kilometer hike. Also, the lens shade over here is quite long, so it makes the whole lens even longer, and it's easy to bump into things and maybe get something broken, which is not very nice. And I feel that the construction of this together with this should have been a little bit better. I had an accident where this ring came off. I was able to get it back into place so that I can use it again, but I still find it not something very trustworthy. If you buy such an expensive high quality lens, then on something really necessary is saved money and this little ring which holds the shade in place, that it's made from plastic and is easy to break off. But yes, overall I really enjoyed photographing with the lens. It has all the right buttons. You can switch from autofocus to manual focus. There's a focus limiter over here, 2 buttons that you can use and assign to whatever it is that you need, and of course the images that this lens takes with its beautiful battery bokeh and its 135mm length, which lets you see landscapes and subjects in a new way, has been an absolute pleasure. So a big thumbs up for this lens from me. I'm pretty sad I need to return it to Sony, but well, that's the way it goes. In that sense, I hope you enjoyed this short video about the Sony GMaster FE 135mm f1.8 lens. I really enjoyed making it. It's a beautiful wintry day out here, and that's really the most important thing. Another important thing would be that you do the whole click, subscribe, blah blah blah, like, comment and whatsoever, share it with a friend shebang that everyone tells you to do on YouTube. But more importantly is, in my opinion, that you take your camera, go out, have a nice walk in nature, because life is better outside. In that sense, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.